Hi Nick, hi Sonic States, NAMM 2014. I'm happy to show you the new stuff we got this year. This year we're moving more toward like complete systems where we have all the drums and all the sound all packed into one system, where you can make complete just album, music, songs, whatever you want, all with one thing. Pretty much computer free. This year we came with a Circadian Rhythm, which is a new sequencer, a step sequencer by nature. We got different views of the steps and channels. Right now I can see that these are all the mutes. I can start turning on specific notes in and fill it up. Those are the channels. You can select which channel you are on. These are the steps inside of a channel. And each of those presets hold 8 of the steps inside of them. So I can have different presets with different notes. And as you see, they can either loop or just be manually loaded on time, on the beat or off the beat. If I want to change them, I can go and do loop start, select preset 1, loop end, and have preset 8, for example. And I have just start looping through all the 8 presets. That means that I'm now going to have a 64-step sequencer, and I have different views. So I can go to the horizontal view where I can start to see the steps, and you see as they move through the presets, you see they are loading different notes in. Then you have a 4x16, which gives you a little more visual, a 2x32s, and a 1x64, which basically gives you the entire 64 steps all the way from the beginning to the end. You can go with those buttons to see which channel you are on, so you can edit them real time, obviously. You can drop in notes. Once this gets red, means you're on the top channel. As you scroll down, reach into the lower 8, this will turn red, telling you, oh, you're on the bottom, so you kind of know where you are. If I go back to the vertical mode, you will see that all those presets are basically what we call one slot, and we have 8 slots. So the entire sequencer is 512 steps long. So that's like a big grid of steps that you can fit in, notes, beats. It can be either just triggering envelopes, it can be used to trigger sequencers, or just trigger our drum machines.
Is there any real-time recording?
Yeah, there is real-time recording. Over here you got trigger 1, 2, 3, and up to 8, and these give you manual entry of the notes. So you can do like an MPC style entering of notes on the beat. Again, it's either quantized or not quantized, however you want it. In addition to that, each of the steps can be applied as swing, and the swing can be applied with a value where you hold the note down and then you turn the button, and it will give you an amount of swing. And one extra option is that you have the zoom, and the zoom, if you click on it and you click on a step, it opens up a window of time which gives you micro steps.
Right.
These are steps in between the 16th note steps. So this is very deep and gives, you know, you can actually make a whole song with that.
And I guess in conjunction with a whole set of drum voices, you can get some really...
Exactly. You can, basically this is the world's first true modular drum machine. Fully complete, a sequencer, the drums, and you know, everything is analog, so it sounds right on the money, as they say. The sequencer has a master clock, and it supports what we call the sync bus. It has a cable on the back, so you can chain a couple of them. So if I change a preset on one, it will change the preset on all of them. It also go and synchronize with our sequencer we released this year. It's called the Trigger Ride. So everything gonna communicate together. If you change a preset on a Trigger Ride, it will change it on the Circadian Rhythm. So again, it's just extending and extending it into a very deep sequencing environment where you can basically make a whole song on a modular. Another thing we're working on, which is not going to be released very soon, but is you can see the direction we're going through, is a quantizer. And for those who don't know, a quantizer take control voltages and put them into musical notes. So basically you got a little keyboard right here, and this keyboard tells you which note is currently playing and which notes in the scales are currently active. The quantizer we made, I mean, everybody who knows our Z3000 knows that we're very tight on precision and tuning, and our modulars are built mostly for making music, so tuning is a major part in that process. So the quantizer is just a first step, like an experiment we've been doing to finalize the analog front end and make sure it works really well and track.
So could you use that with something like there was a CV sequencer that didn't have any quantization?
Absolutely.
You can conform it.
Exactly. So you can either do that with a CV sequencer. You can also put it in a mode called keys, where it becomes just like a keyboard. So you can play all of a sudden from the modular without an external keyboard your notes. So that's the Quantizer. Another thing that happened this year, which is amazing for us, is that Valhalla Dsp had joined us, and he's been working for 3 years on developing a ZDSP card. And this is the card, and you can see we're now hearing the ensemble verb. These are huge, beautiful reverb. Maybe I can let you hear a little bit of them. They just hang there. Very lush, very organic. There's 8 programs in the card. I go through them, and as they go through them, they start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And probably the most amazing thing about Sean Costello's reverb is that as the reverb continue, it doesn't break into white noise, which is very common with most reverb out there. So if you want something which is very shimmer, very like long and just hangs there, you need to do a lot of smart algorithms in there, and he dialed it very well. We were like blown away by the result. So that in a way, again, kind of extend what the system is, because all of a sudden you got a reverb where you can make beautiful, huge pads. You have the drums, you have the sequencers, and the whole thing just, you know, plays in tandem beautifully well. The last thing I will show you for this year is the Surge. This is an original Surge design. This is the Wilson analog delay. It's a module developed around the 80s by Surge Tetrapinin, and anybody who knows modular knows what a Surge is. And we teamed up with Surge to bring those to Eurorack. And it's been going pretty well. We've been working on this thing for quite a long time and trying to squeeze the whole thing into Eurorack. It's a different format, obviously, different size, different height. So we kind of make them a little beefier on the sides, following the exact same fonts and drawing, and it just gives you the same workflow as the Surge in the 4U. This is just a prototype. The final product is going to have colored nuts. Everything's going to be colored like the Surge. And the beautiful thing about bringing it to Euro is that Surge saw our stack cables, which are shielded cable which you can stack, very similar to bananas. And was immediate reaction was like, this is just going to sound so much better using those cables because they are shielded. So it will be easier to bring Surge systems into the studios without having interference and things like that. So this is coming probably this year alongside more modules from the Surge line, and we're excited about it. And yeah, this is Tip Top Audio 2014. Thank you, Sonic State.